Hello everyone, this is Amrit, and in this video we will integrate razorpay payment gateway in our mernstack application step by step. Okay, so what you will learn in this video is number one is how to create an order using Node.js and Express.js. Number two is how to open the razorpay interface in React, and number three is how to verify the payment manually and via Webhook. Okay, so by the end of this video you will have fully working razorpay integration with automated payment verification. Okay, so let's start. So let me first show you the flow of payment gateway. Okay, so you can see that this is the payment gateway flow. I have written everything step by step. Okay, so just pause the video and read it. Okay, and I will also provide this flow in the description. Okay, so let's start. The number one step is Frontend calls the Node.js server create order API to initiate the payment. Okay, so we have to create order APIs first. So let's create it. So go to your backend folder, and first of all you have to install two packages, that is razorpay and crypto. Okay, so I already have this package, so install it in yours. Now let's create the routes and controller. Okay, so just follow me. Okay, so we are done with our controller and route creations. Now let's go to your payment controller and define our create order controller. Okay, and here you can see that step number 2 is Node.js server makes a request to razorpay to create an order. Okay, so before that we have to initiate razorpay first. So just go to your gist file and copy this one and paste here. Okay, now import this razorpay. Okay, now this is done. Now you have to get the API keys of razorpay. Okay, so you have to create a razorpay account and log in into the test mode and go to your account settings, and from here API keys, and then API keys, and here you can generate your API keys. Okay, you will receive two type of API keys. Number one is key ID and number two is key secret. Okay, so just copy key ID and secret and paste it inside your razorpay key ID and key secret. Okay, now we have to receive amount from the request body. Okay, and create a option object having attributes like amount into 100. This will convert the amount into integer. Okay, and here the currency, and this is the receipt. Okay, now the next thing is you can see that here Node.js server makes a request to razorpay to create an order. Okay, so just copy this one and paste here. Okay, this will create a order. Okay, now we have to send the response to the front end. Okay, so just wrap this inside a try catch block. And here write next error. Okay, so step number 1, 2, 3 and 4 is done. Now let's go to the front end and open razorpay payment interface using order ID and amount. Okay, that is step number 5. So just go to your front end and inside the components, first go to the HTTPS and inside the index, here you have to define the endpoints. So endpoints like payment endpoint, and here create order razorpay, and here write API dot post. And pass the data here. Okay, now go to your front end and just let me create an order first. Table number 2. Okay, now here you can see that 2 type of payment method. Number 1 is cash and number 2 is online. And here I am integrating an online payment. So if I click on online, then the background color of this button will change and payment method is selected to online. Okay, so let's build this. So go to your build.jsx and here first of all create a state payment method. Okay, now go to the button and here just write on click, set payment method is cash and here online. Okay, now we have to change the CSS as well. We have to write a conditional CSS here. So just copy this. And here write like this, paste, and here if payment method equal to cash, then BZ color is 383737. okay, otherwise nothing, and here write online. Okay, now let's click on online. So you can see that online is selected. Now let's write the code to pop up a razorpay interface. Okay, so whenever I click on place order, then the pop-up will open. Okay, so we have to add on click event on place order button. So right here on click handle place order. Okay, so here define the function. So number 1 is if no any payment method is selected, then I cannot place order. Just alert the user that please select a payment get method first. Okay, so just write here if not payment method, then enq snack bar is select a payment method, okay, and variant is warning, okay, and just return from here, okay. So, and if payment method is selected, then we have to load a script which is provided by razorpay, okay. So just go to the gist file and scroll down and copy this one, script, load script function, and paste here, okay. Okay, now here if payment method is selected, then load the script, okay. So just copy this one, okay. So if the payment is selected, then just load the script, and if the script is not loaded properly, then just throw a warning message here that razorpay SDK failed to load, okay. Now if it is successfully loaded, then we have to create order, okay. Okay, so first of all we have to create a request data object where amount is total price with tax dot to fixed to, okay. Now here write const data await create order so we have to import this create order razorpay. So just write like this here and pass the data and import this. Okay. Yeah, here we have to pass request data, not data, okay. That is amount. Okay, now the next thing is to just copy this option. So if the order is created, then we have to create options, and this option is passed to the razorpay interface, okay, to open. So number here first attribute is key, so you have to create a razorpay key ID that you created in your backend. Just copy and paste inside your env file in the front end, okay. And number 2 is amount, currency, this is the name and description, order ID, and this is a handler. So for now just write here console.log response. If payment is successful, then just console the response, and this is the prefill, customer name and email contact. So here customer data, here we have to write customer data which is coming from the customer slice, so we have to import this customer data as well. So here write const customer data okay. Now after this just copy this one and this, so this will open the pop-up, or we can say the interface, razorpay interface, okay. Now if any error occurs, then just console the error, or here just alert the user as well. Make payment failed, okay. And this is error message. So I think we are done with our step number 5. Let's test it, okay. So just click here online open your console to check the logs and click on place order. And here you can see that we got an error here. Number 1 error is post API error, and number 2 is enqueue snack bar is not defined. Okay, so we have to define this as well. So we have to import this. Okay, another error is this one. Okay, let's check the error. Okay, so there is no any response in the network tab. Okay, let's check the terminal. Okay, here you can see the config is not defined. Okay, so go to your backend folder and controller. So this one. Okay, so we have to import this config. Okay, you can see that here I have already created razorpay key id, razorpay secret key, and this is coming from the env file. Okay, env file. Okay, so just import the config here. Okay, now let's test it again. So click on place order. Yeah, you can see that pop-up is opened, and this is the price summary, that is 263.13. you can see here also. Now the next step is step number 6, that is user selects a payment method and complete the payment. Okay, so let's complete a payment. Okay, so let's do it. Click, I am choosing here UPI. This is a default test UPI ID. This is the test UPI ID. Just click on verify and pay. Okay, you can see that payment is successful. Okay, now go to your console, and here you can see that we get our response. Okay, payment ID, order ID, and razorpay signature. Okay, so step number 7 is also completed, because after a successful payment, razorpay send a response with razorpay payment ID and signature to the front end. Okay, you can see that here we got it. Okay, so now the next step is step number 8, that is frontend calls the verify payment API on the Node.js server, sending the payment details. So these are the payment details, and I'm going to create one API verify payment where payment is verified. Okay, so let's create it. So go to your payment controller, and here create verify payment controller. Okay, just copy this one and export it, and inside the routes we have to create one route as well. Verify payment. Okay, and here write verify payment. Okay, now let's define our verify payment. Wrap this inside try catch block, and here write next error. Okay, and first of all we have to receive the payment details from the request body. Okay, so this is the payment verification API. So first of all copy this one. Okay, now the next thing is we have to create a expected signature from this payment, so from this payment detail, that is order ID and payment ID. Okay, so just copy this one and we have to import this crypto package. Okay, now we have to check that if the expected signature and the signature coming from the request body matches or not. So here just copy this and paste here. So if the expected signature and razorpay signature match is equal, then we have to send a response to the client that is payment verified successful, and otherwise just return the error that payment verification failed. Okay, now so our verify payment controller is done. Now let's go to your https and here create one more endpoint for verify payment. And pass the data here. Okay, now go to your build.jsx and here just copy this one and paste here. Okay, so if the payment is successful, then we have to call a payment verify payment razorpay endpoint and pass the response. Payment verification is completed, then a success message will be received, and here you can display the message. Okay, so we have to import this. Okay, now let's test it. So click on place order. Let's this time choose card, and this is a dummy card. Just write dummy OTP. Okay, payment is successful. Okay, we got an error while verify payment. Not found. We got an error not found. Oh, okay, so we did a minor mistake here. Just verify. Okay, let's check verify payment. Okay, so let's test it again. Sorry for this mistake. So payment is successful, and here you will see a verify payment, and here payment verified successful. Okay, so all the 10 step is completed. So now let's move to the next thing. Okay, so instead of manually calling the verify payment from the front end, we can automate this with razorpay webhooks. Okay, so basically webhooks ensure real-time updates and work even if the front end fails to send a confirmation request. Okay, so let's integrate our webhook, but there is a problem, that is webhook only work with HTTPS, and we are currently working on local servers, that is HTTP localhost 8000. Okay, and it does not support webhook. So what we have to do here is we have to use a package called ngrok to expose our local host as a public HTTPS URL. Okay, so first of all we have to install ngrok and expose our 8000 port as a public URL. Okay, so just go to your browser and type here ngrok and click on download, and here download, just download for Windows 64-bit. Okay, now okay, let's download it. Okay, now here, now we have to extract it. Okay, so this is the ngrok application. Open it, and here we have to first set the auth token to use ngrok. Okay, so first of all we have to sign into the ngrok website and get the access token or auth token. Okay, so just go to your ngrok, click on this and log in. If you don't have account, then just sign up. So this is the dashboard. Now click on setup and install and go down, and here you will get your access token. Okay, just copy this one and here paste it. Okay, auth token saved to configuration file. Now here what we have to do is just write ngrok http and our port is 8000. Yeah, you get, this is a public URL and it is pointing to our local host 8000. Okay, and you can see that this is HTTPS. So just click on this and visit site. Yeah, hello from the POS server. Okay, so this is our public URL which we can use in our webhook. Okay, now let's go to the razorpay dashboard and go to your account settings and then click on webhooks and add new webhook. Here just paste the URL and API endpoint which we will create after this. API payment webhook verification. Okay, just copy this. Okay, now here we have to write some secret key. So for now just write here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, and alert email, this is my email ID, and here we have to choose an event that is payment captured event. Okay, now just create webhook. Okay, our webhook is enabled currently, you can see that. Now let's go to our backend and create the endpoint, this webhook API payment / webhook verification endpoint. Okay, so go to your backend and inside the routes, first of all create a controller here. Webhook verification. Now let's export this. Go to the payment routes and here create one more route. Webhook verification. Okay, and this is also post request, and here just write webhook, no need to write is verified user. Okay, because this is called by razorpay, not by our frontend. Okay, just here we have to use small letter webhook verification. Okay, now let's define this controller. Okay, so first of all write try catch here and here next error, and inside this we have to get the secret key and signature. Okay, so this is a razorpay webhook secret which you have to create here in the config. Here just Okay, now just copy this, go to your env. Okay, now just write here 1 2 3 2 9. Okay, that what we defined in our webhook creation. Okay, here. Okay, now here we have to get the data that is coming from our razorpay, that is request body, and we have to stringify it, request.body. Okay, let me show you what type of data is coming from the request body. Okay, so here scroll down, you can see that this type of data is coming from the request body. When the payment is captured, razorpay send this detail to our webhook endpoint. Okay, so you can see that here event like payment capture, payload is payment entity, ID, amount, currency, status, order ID, and all. Okay, now we have to verify the signature. Okay, so first of all we have to create a signature first from the data coming from our body. So just write this will create a expected signature. Okay, now we have to check it that if the expected signature equal to signature that is coming from our request headers, then just console this. Okay, just write. Okay, so if the expected signature equal to signature that is coming from our request headers, then just console it. Okay, now here if process payment, just copy this one and paste here. Okay, so if the signature is verified, then console it, and if the request body.event is payment capture, then just console the payment capture detail here and print the payment. Okay, so this is done. Now let's test it. Okay, server is running fine. Now go to your application and here click on place order. Okay, payment is successful. Now it will verify our payment manually. So this is payment verified successful. Now let's check our backend terminal console. Okay, so just you can see that webhook verified and payment captured 631.5 INR. So you can see that our webhook is also working fine here. Okay, now our payment is verified manually as well as by the help of webhook. So after this we have to dump this payment data into our database. Okay, so that we will do in our next video. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you.